Manifestation never took time. Time was just the story created to explain misalignment. The idea that things take longer than expected is not a universal law. It's a symptom of an internal state that hasn't stabilized yet. And this is where most people misunderstand what's really happening. When reality seems slow, you don't wait because the universe is processing your request. You wait because your internal signal is fragmented. This is uncomfortable to hear because it removes the comfort of patience as virtue. It removes the idea that if you just wait long enough, reality will eventually reward you. But manifestation does not operate on reward. It operates on response. And response only happens when the signal is coherent. The reason some things feel instant while others feel delayed has nothing to do with importance, worthiness, or destiny. It has everything to do with how aligned you are with the state of the reality you're trying to experience. Time only appears when there is internal contradiction. When your thoughts say one thing, your emotions say another, and your body is braced for a third outcome, the system is divided. And division stretches time. It creates lag. It creates buffering, not as punishment, but as physics. From the moment a signal becomes unified, time collapses. This is why you've probably experienced moments in life where something happened immediately, almost shockingly fast without effort or planning. You didn't manifest better in those moments. You were simply aligned enough that reality had nothing to wait for. Alignment removes delay. Misalignment creates time. This is the part almost no one explains clearly. People talk about manifestation as if the universe is a machine you send requests to. But the universe doesn't process requests. It mirrors states. And a state that is unstable cannot be mirrored instantly because it's still changing internally. The mind thinks time is the variable. Reality knows alignment is. This is why trying harder often makes manifestation slower. Effort usually means the system senses lack, and lack introduces urgency. Urgency introduces tension. Tension fragments the signal, and a fragmented signal cannot collapse reality cleanly. So the universe doesn't delay you. You delay yourself by broadcasting not yet in subtle ways. This not yet doesn't come from negativity. It comes from anticipation, from planning, from explaining, from speaking about your life as if the future holds the version of you that is finally settled. Every time you do that, you reinforce the idea that alignment exists later, not now, and reality agrees. From a quantum perspective, the observer effect is central here. The observer collapses probability based on their state of coherence. When the observer is divided between now and later, probability stretches across time instead of collapsing into form. From a neurobiological perspective, the nervous system plays a critical role. A regulated system signals safety. A dysregulated system signals preparation. Preparation always implies waiting, and waiting always implies time. This is why manifestation feels inconsistent for so many people. They are calm, hopeful, even spiritual, but internally still preparing for life instead of living from it. Preparation mode keeps the body oriented toward future resolution, and the field responds by keeping resolution in the future. Nothing is wrong with you if things feel slow. It's simply feedback. Feedback that alignment hasn't stabilized yet. And here's the most important part of this entire conversation. Once alignment stabilizes, time disappears from the equation completely. Not metaphorically, experientially, things don't feel fast. They feel inevitable. Events line up, responses arrive, opportunities appear without effort, and it doesn't feel like a miracle. It feels normal. This is why people who truly understand alignment don't talk about it much. They don't announce what they're doing. They don't explain their process. They don't seek validation because explanation itself is often a sign of misalignment. Once you know how this works, you stop leaking the signal. In the next part, we'll break down exactly why the brain creates the illusion of time when alignment is missing, how this illusion keeps repeating itself year after year, and how to exit it without forcing positivity or pretending everything is fine. Because manifestation doesn't take time. It only seems that way until alignment clicks into place. And when it does, reality has no reason to wait. The brain does not experience time the way we think it does. Time, neurologically speaking, is not a clock. It's a sensation created by unresolved internal states. When something inside you feels incomplete, the brain stretches perception forward. That stretch is what you experience as waiting. From a neuroscience perspective, the nervous system is always asking one question. Am I safe to be here now? If the answer is yes, the system settles. If the answer is uncertain, the system prepares. Preparation is not neutral. Preparation is a state of anticipation. And anticipation automatically projects consciousness into the future. This is how time is born. When your nervous system senses that something important hasn't arrived yet, whether it's security, validation, freedom, or fulfillment, it does not relax into the present moment. It stays oriented toward resolution. And that orientation creates the feeling that life is unfolding slowly. You are not experiencing time. You are experiencing delay awareness. This is why two people can live through the same year and have completely different perceptions of how fast it passed. One was internally settled, the other was internally waiting. The one who was settled experienced flow. The one who was waiting experienced time. Waiting is a biological state, hope, effort, and planning. All feel productive mentally, but neurologically they often signal that the present moment is insufficient. That signal keeps the system slightly activated, and activation prevents coherence. From the perspective of manifestation, this matters because coherence is what collapses probability. A nervous system that is always preparing is never fully available, and reality responds to availability, not desire. This is where many manifestation teachings unintentionally mislead people. They encourage constant focus on future outcomes. Visualize it, plan for it, think about it, talk about it. All of these actions reinforce future orientation. They strengthen the sensation that fulfillment exists later. And later is another word for delay. The brain does not register visualization as reality. When the body remains tense, it registers it as rehearsal. Rehearsal keeps the system in standby mode. Standby mode tells reality not yet. This is why alignment feels radically different from motivation. Motivation pushes forward. Alignment settles inward. Motivation is about movement. Alignment is about stability. And stability collapses time. From a quantum perspective, this aligns perfectly with the observer effect. An observer who is internally divided between now and later creates probabilistic spread. Outcomes stretch instead of collapse. The system is too noisy to respond cleanly. Noise is created by anticipation. This is also why people often experience sudden manifestation right after giving up. They didn't give up desire, they gave up anticipation. Anticipation was the interference. Once it dropped, coherence returned, and reality responded immediately. This doesn't mean you should suppress wanting or pretend you don't care. Suppression creates tension. Pretending creates dissonance. The shift is subtler and far more powerful. It's about removing the internal insistence that something must happen for you to be okay. The moment your nervous system no longer needs the future to validate the present, time collapses. The system enters a state of availability, and availability is what the field responds to. This is why aligned manifestation feels effortless and fast at the same time. There is no sense of chasing, no sense of almost there, no sense of waiting for permission. You're not moving toward a version of yourself that will finally relax. You are already relaxed. And that relaxation is not passive. It's deeply coherent. It's the signal that nothing inside you is pulling against. Now, this is the state where manifestation stops being inconsistent because the system is no longer oscillating. It's stable. In the next part, we'll go deeper into how the quantum field actually reads alignment, why identity matters more than intention, and why once you truly understand this, you stop explaining your process to others.